FX Sad, look at this. FPX Sad, excuse me. They're just chilling, man. They're just farming up as much as they can. Now, don't forget, Airwax as well over Team Solary. He is a dual qualifier. Their entire roster went through in the, not this upcoming dual qualifier, 2 back. So he's a pretty fearsome competitor. He's ready. He's like, Grime, you got me? And Grime's like, yo, we're about to win the whole thing.
Absolutely. Airwalks, I'm a huge fan of what he can do, and not only the solos, but the duos, right? Back at home when he's out there doing his competition. Team Solary is just a great squad, and no, Grime didn't quite realize he could walk into that little lava pool there.
You know, maybe he's just trying to get somewhere fast. You know, it's okay. He just took the 3 damage. Everything's all good. Someone else is close. He saw the guys drop, and look at this. Airwalks calling it out. Lasering, it's Marshawn! And immediately, Airwax using that incredible precision to rip him out of the sky.
So you know who's close. Marshawn does have a teammate, and that's Ninja, who's right above now, putting fire down on both of these guys. Can he be clutch here? Heavy Snipe comes out, takes a little bit of fall damage. Great grenades down there as well. One is going to connect Zeke.
He's got to try and bank them back so they're fracturing as much of the build as possible. But look at this. He's like, honestly, I'm not in a great position. Marshawn's already gone. I just probably need to bail on the entire situation. He's got the launch pad monster, but look at this. They're just keeping him from making decisions, right? Keeping him isolated, making sure he can't leave. They're using so much, too. There's another team from up above!
Oh, this might be it for Ninja as he is now backed against the wall. The wall replacement does happen. Up for the high ground he goes. And Airwalks meets him with the combat to the face. Down goes Ninja and Marshawn Lynch for making the wrong rotation.
I think Ninja might have stayed around a little bit. He probably wanted to try and go for the card because he did have the launch pad, right? He could have just launched that up and out, but at the end of the day, hindsight is 2020. Cable here and his dual partner. Josh Hart, looks like someone's trying to get a little bit cheeky right now.
I love what he's doing here. Tfue is in the pocket right now, really putting up the pressure. He's just got his teammate Josh Hart over. Can he get the second? And he does. Tfue with 4 huge eliminations right now. Zeke, every elimination is worth a point.
That's right.
If I had to guess, it's probably in the lead right now.
That's right. There's only so many points. So we've got Airwax, who has 4 eliminations. Nick A30 and Tfue.
Wow.
Tied with 4. Everyone is popping off. Speaking of Nick A30, you've got Jarvis very close by.
This is so scary.
If they're not careful, they could very easily meet their end here. Look at this. And Mayers, don't forget, Mayers is over here on Jarvis's left. He's ready to respond.
Listen, crowd, let me tell you, Jarvis on the controller is absolutely scary. He is so good. If I'm being honest, Nick is probably lucky Jarvis wanted to back up right here because his shot can punish. No, I am not kidding, guys. This will be a very intense battle if it does pop off, but dude, let's talk about our Elim leaders. Airwalks, World Cup qualifier, Nick A30, the largest, one of the largest on the YouTube community for Fortnite, and Tfue, obviously another staple person in the community. They are leading right now and popping off, and not far behind them is Nick Merckx, guys, with 3 eliminations. So it's going down right here.
Controller gang, if you're here in the building, let me hear you scream for Nick Merckx. You gotta send him your energy. There he is on screen. He sends a shot out over on Grime, and look at this. He wants to get aggressive. Kyle, his duo, is down. But look, Nick has been in these types of situations before. He's been competing all qualifier long. And I mean, he's been a competitive veteran across a multitude of titles.
Yeah, but this is crazy. Look at the map, guys. There are so many players migrating to the Sunny Steps area because this is the center of the next safe zone. And unfortunately, Kyle's already gone. If I had to guess, Nick is kind of moving towards what might be the respawn bus, but look at, there's just duos everywhere.
He's probably, honestly, not going to get the chance here. You see him right on the other side of Vicstar. Vicstar is here. These are 2 titans of the Fortnite community, and I got to know what is going to unfold right now, because keep in mind, Vicstar is, first of all, Martin Star is gone. But look at his HP. He has not topped back off the 75. Nick, though, he's got that massive HP advantage. Vicstar going to try and use the impulses and make something happen. Look at this.
Oh,
you saw Nick heard it. He's like, yo, there's someone in here. Where are you? I need to shut you down.
Big Star is sitting so still right now.
I'm surprised we can see more of his face.
This is really cat and mouse, and Nick is the cat hunting right now. Big Star's the mouse in the corner, hidden away in his little tunnel here, but lucky for him, Nick's just, all right, he's going to keep it calm. He doesn't have a duo. He doesn't know Big Star is by himself, right?
Yeah.
For all he knows, that could be a fresh duo, so playing it nice and safe here, going for placement points right now.
Someone's up above as well, Monster. There are people all the way around Sunny Steps, and the new safe zone is putting us just on top of it. Everyone else on the outside going to start making their way in. Power up on top. Looks like Tabor and Brian there has gone down, but Lemonix's duo is ready to respond and get the revive. Tfue and Josh Hart, they are topping themselves off with the campfire. This is really important, right? You want to make sure when you're going into these next rotations that you have as much resources and HP, basically, to work with heading into these next fights, because that 1 point of HP could absolutely make the difference.
And look at the strat right here. Keeping Josh Hart safe, almost like protect the Prez, because Josh Hart's in the
like this.
Yes, Tfue's on foot. If anyone even looks his way, he's got that heavy sniper. He's going to punish him. Josh Hart just moving on up, getting into that safety zone. He's leaving Tfue behind. Tfue's getting shot up a few times here.
I wonder,
Didn't make it to the geyser,
the baller, I was going to say, he passed by an empty bar. This is huge. Okay, they both got ballers. This means that they can be very aggressive with the rotations or extremely safe. They can go and hide if they need to, build enough time. Because remember, top 15 is the first round of placements, and we're halfway there.
Yep, Tfue already marking the next zone for his teammate. I love that kind of interaction, just letting him know, hey, this is where we got to get to. And talking about places you want to be, the edge, right? Look at Jarvis here. Jarvis has got 2 eliminations already. He's doing really good.
Look at this. Aiden up on top, doing his best impersonation, rebuilding Tilted Towers on top of Sunny Steps. RIP Tilted. But also, like, what's up, Neil Tilted? I'm about it. 31 players currently in this game. 31 duos, excuse me. 54 players. So check out this safe zone, right? You've got a lot of players already inside on Sunny, but there's even more that are coming in right now because this zone is closing. Another 53 seconds, and then we're going to get a smaller zone to work with.
You see, and normally we kind of hop in right now and just take you guys straight to the action, but this is how intense it is to even make it to these final moments.
Yeah.
Interactions. Shift everything. Okay, but we're looking at the Sunny Steps. Cloak and Dylan Francis still alive, and look who's next to them. It's Tfue and Josh Hart.
Could we see these two go head to head? I want to see this so bad. Look at this Cloak getting maybe a little bit aggressive, trying to scout out.
Dude.
Dylan doing the I like what Dylan's doing. He's watching the other side. He's like, all right, they're out there, you're out there, we've got you.
If Cloak aggravates that duo, they have a heavy snipe. The key to open any box. Might be a huge mistake here, but Cloak just peeking around right now. It's so crazy. They don't know how much danger. All of them don't really realize how much danger is all around them in these moments.
I think what's going to be key here as well is that Storm flip. He's got one in his inventory. We saw some recent changes to it. Now, don't forget, these guys also have ballers. We saw Dylan kind of playing decoy a little bit. Look at this. They're just going to rotate out the back. They're like, you know what? Let's get another position. This is just too hot right now. Let's be able to look at this. There's just people all over the place. It's still so dense.
Yep, and this is where everyone puts on the brakes because you don't get any placement for quite some time, right? The way this format works, you have to play nice and slow to make it to these end games. Every elimination is worth a point, but when you're this far into the late game, it's just too risky.
Oh, man. Wild card here. Guys, if you're a fan of Tim the Tap Man, let's hear you right now. Send him your energy. He needs it. That's right, crowd. You see, you can tell he's like, yeah, they're cheering for us. That's right, Tim. We love you. Also, happy Father's Day. Quick follow-up there. Don't forget, they've got no eliminations, but that's still fine. He's got plenty of time.
You want to know what I observed? They are not together.
They are not.
His teammate is way off on the corner, and they got split up from each other, so that's going to be interesting. RL Grime and Airwalks here. Got to touch base with them down in the player lounge. Grime very just shy. He didn't even want to get on the interview, but Airwalks is all about it. That's what I expect from a World Cup qualifier. Now look at Airwalks leading the push. This is what I love. The pro player saying, follow my lead. Just follow my lead, and bam, yoinks that base right from underneath their feet, and it's his now. He's got some high ground. He did lose his teammate, though, unfortunately, but doesn't matter. Grime builds right up. Now they're at 6 eliminations as a team.
Man, this is really good. So I like that Airwax is going in first. You know, Airwax is so comfortable in these situations. He's always been competing again, a qualifier going to the finals in New York City. So he's like, I'm completely happy to go in first, right?
Yeah.
I'm either going to run into their pro or their other player, and then at that point, it's like a 50-50, right? Do I take the shot? Maybe he goes on the defensive and just creates a little nest like he did here for him and Grime. Really great stuff. I like to see it. Now, this is where things get fun. All right, this next, okay, cool. The next circle, we're going back into Sunny Steps. Okay, over old builds.
Dude, look at that Elam feed. Loser Food just picked up 2 more. She's holding it down. She said she would.
Listen, Loser Fruit, in case you don't know, she is an absolute slayer. She was part of the Llama Record Company yesterday. They won her. We got Jordan Fisher, Courage AD, and Lester, the golden ticket winner. And at the end, the team collectively said Loser Fruit was the person that held off squads by herself. She was the reason we won this entire thing.
That's right.
That's what Courage JD said. I'm just repeating what Courage said.
Hey, I mean, if Courage is to be that humble, then you have to agree and appreciate that response. But Airwalk still has that sniper. He's putting down some shots. Didn't quite connect right there. They're hunting. This World Cup qualifier is on the hunt right now, traveling from across the world, really. Oh, takes out the launch pad. That's the death trap for all these players back here. Takes out another launch pad. They're putting down pressure. No one's safe now. That's one Elam right there. Can he get a second? That is going to get followed up. He takes out a World Cup qualifier. Bucky goes down.
The action is insane.
Another one.
Watch his elimination feed in the top left. You've seen not only Airwax and Grime eliminate people left and right, but Tifu as well. He's on 6 Elams. Airwax is on 7. Nick Merckx and Nick A30 are both in this tied with 5 eliminations. There are still so many players left to be cleaned up, and we're finally getting down nearer and nearer to top 15. Just think about that, Monster. This is the first game and we're not even in top 15 yet.
No one's gotten placement, guys. Top 15 duo is going to get them placement. There are 20 teams remaining in this game. That means there are loads of people that are solo at this point, already lost their teammate, like Gotaga up top, sitting there by himself right now. Airwalks does have another player knocked right by him. Grime is also very weak right now, so they're in a little 2v2 scuffle in that close quarter right there. This is just a nice little aerial view of everything that's going on the edge of the map. All of your favorite players. Symphony's still in it.
Oh, man.
Lucelka is still in it.
Monster, you know what time it is. It's just about time for that moving circle. We get a nice view at Nick A30. What's going on with him?
He knocked Josh Hart.
Yep.
So Tifu lost his teammate.
But this is Tifu we're talking about. He can clutch up things. Now look, Nick is out of materials, 6 eliminations, and only a single magazine left in the AR, but plenty of slugs in that combat shotgun. He's gonna look and try and navigate these and catch players off guard if he can, because he desperately needs materials. A player behind, 102 to the face, that's Cody Walker. He is down.
Nick cannot build right here, Zeke. He's looking for anything.
He needs to make something happen. He needs the material. Cody Walker went down, but he's so far away, and Nick gets traded out by Cyber PK.
Oh my.
A friend. Tifu here with 7 eliminations and materials galore. Ammo, he's got it all, but so does Airwax. These two, and Cloak and Dylan Francis still in this. Jarvis as well. So many massive names. Aiden here too. Symphony. News out, there's so many names. Juju getting dropped. And look, Tifu goes down. Airwalks took him down.
Airwalks is on 10 eliminations. He took out Tifu, took out Juju, and he's still going. He's got the high ground. 900 materials. Someone is behind him. What's he going to do? Just builds up right now. Trying to find a little moment to kind of gather himself, right? Catch back up. And off he goes. He's got shadow bombs. Is he going to start rotating?
He's got to. He's got to go perfect. Out. That's right. Let everyone else battle it out. Just ignore them all. You're one duel away. Cloak and Aiden both go down. They go down the crossfire. It's a free-for-all right now, just like you said.
Oh my, can he get this one right here? That's huge. Finds another one. He's at 11 eliminations. Zeke He finds someone else in the zone. That's another top 4 situation.
That was Lachlan. He shuts him down. Right now, Airwalks is in such a commanding and powerful position. Zone, there's only so much space these players can work with. He's just waiting for a full send. It's Symphony. He shuts him down. It's a 1v1. Who is the other player that's left?
Oh! Here it is. He's going with the pickaxe. Oh! Airwalks with the 14. From across the sea.
Airwax. A 14 elimination victory royale. 24 points, and here are those final moments. Symphony cracks Bell, takes him down, and look, Patriot is just on the other side of the wall. He's got to be careful as to how he's navigating. And look at this, Airwax is already in that power position. He's waiting, he's saying rotate. Don't forget, he waited that half second to make sure Symphony felt confident. And then look at this, it was just about textbook closing up the victory royale. Honestly, I thought he was going to try and land for the pickaxe.
Dude,
my heart of hearts, I was like, please don't do this person like that. Don't do it.
It was so close, man. Nonetheless, what a grand finale that was just for that single game. And let's give some credit to his duo. Let's give some credit because his duo, RL Grime, also had 2 eliminations. That was a 16 elims off of just that alone.
Yeah, so don't forget, even though his teammate only had the 2 eliminations, this is a cooperative effort, right?
Yes.
Grime could have been sending shots in, and it's just Airwax that actually cleans up the elimination, so...
with Tfue, see what's up, takes that tack AR, and then just right away rips Gray apart. Brilliant shots there, and on board with what ended up being our Victor Royales. You can see Airbox taking great shots to the sky. RL Grime
You think just stay the course? What do you think?
No, absolutely. I think my rule of thumb is if you land in game one and you get just taken out, maybe give it another game. But if it doesn't work a second time, man, it is time to get out of there. As Brendan Urie takes out Justin Jones.
Wow. And Courage JD shuts down Valkyrie right out of the game.
Listen,
Xavier Woods as well is down.
We just talked about losing in the early game. Nick A30 had so many eliminations last time. This is why. If you land Fatal Fields, he's ready to bring it to you, and it looks like he's got himself a flint knocking. Xavier Woods, man, all that smack talking. Even Royalistic are not doing so hot, unfortunately.
Well, this is Nick A30 we're talking about. Pretty fearsome. Pretty fearsome here, but over on the other side, Courage JD, Brendan here. We saw Courage eliminate Valkyrie. She's been gone. That's it. Back in the lobby, waiting for that next bus.
That's right. And Brendan took out someone else there. It was Justin Jones. But over on your right-hand side, guys, here's the format. Don't forget, 15th. They'll get them a couple points. That's a long way out, up to 10th, and then 5th as a duo. And last but not least, that Victory Royale. Every elimination up until that point, or up until then, is worth 1 point. But a little bit of a skirmish going on here is Courage is getting shot up. So he's already lost the shield. He's down to just bandages.
He needs to make something happen, man. He's got to find a half shield, some minis, anything at all, even a med kit to get him back up to the 100. Brendan's in the same position, right? They don't have much to work with. Ammo looking very, very sparse right now. Basically, whatever's in the gun is what they have.
Yep, no shield. Barely anything else. They're in like a weird pinch here. Those players have that high ground. And you know, when a good player lands a shot like that, that just gives them confidence. Like, hey, they don't even have shield. I hit both of them. That's why Taven Bryan's pushing up here. He's got the 100 shield already.
And you got to think, too, as well, right? Like, you send a few shots their way first, and then you waited 30 seconds before sending more shots over. If you don't see blue numbers, which is those shields, you're like, oh, they're probably at 75. Off of whatever we hit them for. So you know they're looking to hunt these players down. They want to shut down Courage JD. Look at this. They're just making rounds. Are they in this house? No, not in this one.
I'm loving these angles right here. Lemonix is just looking around right now. He's on the hunt. Slurper Juice, or the Slurp Juice is already ticking here. So with every second that passes by, his health is going up. Shots coming in from the side, using this little bit of distraction. He's going for that high ground. Little 1-2 right there. It's his now to take.
Only got a handful of builds. Now he's got the drum gun in hand. He also even has the storm flip, but look at this. Tavern finds Brendan Urie. He is gone. Where is Courage? He gets picked up. That's it.
Ooh.
Oh! Wait a minute. Wait a minute. If I heard this right, Chandler Riggs got a pickaxe elimination. I think we got to go to this replay. I got to know. Chandler, go! Reliving the Walking Dead, saying, get away from me, zombie.
Can he find it? Dude, that was aggressive. Look at him go here, just beating down players. No weapons, doesn't even need them.
Wow, that really was like The Walking Dead, because all he had afterward was a pistol. That's it.
Right.
Back with Ninja. Man.
Oh, his teammate's down.
He's probably just got to abandon him. He's got to say, look, you know what? We're not really in a good spot to take this. Maybe Wood just fail. Now, if you're Ninja, you know, you got to think, I can't let this just go. Look at that. Immediately turns. Muzelk going to take a face will lead there.
Got to be careful. Muzelk does know how to use those weapons. He's also a daily Fortnite player. Hopping back to the Happy Hamlet one-shot girl.
You know, I'm not going to lie. Very happy to see Julie here. This morning she woke up. She was saying, not feeling too hot. But in the end, she went to the doctor, got it all taken care of, and now she's joining us. Very happy to see her here. So, of course, Fortnite fans, if you're tuning in, please just go send some love her way. I know she'd very much appreciate it, but look at this zone right now. You know, these guys are sitting very comfortably in Happy Hamlet. And, you know, there's this play space they've got to work with. Some of it's in the water.
Ooh, another very weird zone. Super south zone here. Whenever that happens, it typically leads to more congestion, but hopping in with Jarvis, who's got this high ground. We're at Paradise Palms. Jacob lands in a nice little stinker right there. It's going to flush him out. And he's peeking. He knows where he's at. This is more ticks for Jarvis. That's another 15 health. Sends in a second. Doesn't quite connect that time, but at least he knows, all right, this box has been flushed out here. Gives his teammate a little bit of time to kind of gather together. Myers is just a little too far here from Jarvis, though.
That's good. I really like, even if you didn't necessarily get a bunch of damage over, you're just using that to buy yourself a little bit of time, collect yourself, meet back up with your duo, and then reassess the situation. Now, Jacob, he's making a pretty aggressive push here. He knows that Jarvis is up on that hill, and he's trying to just be a little more aggressive. He's trying to find an angle if possible, but he's like, look, we don't need to be fighting head on right now. Let's just keep moving. Let's just make it into safety, and then we'll kind of deal with this threat in a little bit.
Yeah, you got to respect it. He's definitely trying to back off right now and see if he can find the prime time opportunity. Maybe bait him in and get a couple shots. That's why he's backing up here, seeing if they can fall for this little bit of a trap to expose themselves. But that's going to kind of diffuse itself. We got back to Cody Walker and Lachlan here.
Now, Lachlan, if you were watching the elimination feed, he just picked up Pokimane. She has been eliminated. Lachlan, codename Elf, codename Locky here. He is hungry for more. He sees the player running there. A few great shots. They're on very low HP, and there you go. Martin Doherty is picked up as well.
And, you know, this is looking like a whole different game. The last one, we were barely at 70-plus players alive. You know, it took a little bit of time, but I think we got that first game jitter out the way. This is only Storm Wave 1. Leading into the second zone here, and look at the shots haven't stopped.
I mean, Lachlan is disgusting, all right? He's ready. He is honed in, looking for more players. But look at this, man. They are in the storm. Now, they don't have too far to go, but this is just damage you don't want to be taking right now.
Oh, and there is a baller there, so see Lachlan running straight for it. He's going to have to dip out on Cody. Sorry, bud.
He's like, I'm going to be okay. Just make it into safety. I think, so Cody, I feel like he probably should have transferred the ball over to Cody just because he's got a shield to work with, but I think he's making this aggressive play because he's trying to get ahead of Cody, just make sure there's no one just ahead of them. Because if they make a wrong rotation, they could be cleaned up off of it.
Yeah, when it comes down to the storm, definitely is, or begs the question, right? Hey, you got a storm flip, you'll be okay for a little bit if you desperately need it. He does have a med kit as well, so yeah, he's okay here, but hopping over with Matt Jadon here, and FBX Sad, they're in a little bit of a fight. RO Grimes got the high ground, but look who it is. Airwalks taking up 2 players. He doesn't care. He's right in the box here. His teammate's gone down. Airwalks versus Scarlet and Ellie here. Stinkers are coming out. Airwalks is chewing it up. Sad actually got the pick there, so this is not looking too good for Airwalks. I think too much smack talk in the previous game. Scarlet does take him out, and now Sad's making a full-on push here. FBX Sad. Here comes the Dynamite.
That storm flip just going to minimize the affected play space, force people into Sad's clutches here. He's looking to find another elimination. He's got himself that slurp, but don't forget that's healing over time. He's got to just wait it out. Another storm flip coming out. Okay, run for the hills. Don't forget this is 5 damage to your HP. And look at this, they've only got so much room to work with right now. Sad finding himself in a little bit of an awkward position. Look at this, Fuse Up is here. He's like, hello, are you fighting? I'd like some of this, please.
This is just perfect for Sad here. Now he's just turning everything around at this point. Matt needs to jump in here and help his teammate out. Is he going to be able to do it? Yo, look at Sad with the quick heading right there, showing why he's here today. Hello, representing Bye-Bye Yourself. You jumped into the wrong battle, buddy, as he is still holding it down.
He's going to make Muselk very sad after that performance. Come on, guys, you know I had to. Now, the question is, what happens next? Juju is by himself. He's sitting in a 1-by-1. Now, he doesn't know there's a launch pad. We see the launch pad. Don't tell him. We got Ellie and Scarlet over there. And Sad is now just thinking, okay, I definitely know there was a duo I was fighting. Muselk tried to get cheeky and tried to go toe-to-toe with us. Mistakes. Oh, no. Jordan Fisher has been eliminated there in the top left in your elimination feed. This could spell disaster.
Koa definitely someone